got some really good news for those of you with older kids. Guess what? High school is actually the very best time for educating your kids in as direct and relational of a way as possible and with the best literature. I say that because I walked this walk myself, and it's delightful to have young children, of course, absolutely. But think about what you're doing in terms of their education. You're teaching them to read, to borrow, to carry, the basic operations. By the time they get to their high school years, all of that foundational work is done, and now they have a solid sense of the world, of God, of truth, but now they have a level of maturity to where they can finally wrestle with the deep questions and the deep issues, and they can get prepared to even understand who they are, what their unique calling is, and they're making decisions about their future, and they are really experiencing what it's going to be like to be a man and a husband and a father and a provider and a protector, and what it's going to be like to be a woman and a mother and a nurturer and all the other things women do. So you're at such a pivotal point in their life. So can you actually still use this living literature, as it's called, in the high school level? 100,000% yes. It actually takes them so deeply, because you're not just getting superficial retention, you're getting permanent, long-term, deep storage in the heart. Let me give you an example of some things. If we were to just pick up on the topic of ancient Rome, for example, this is just one episode related to the Battle of Adrianople. And look at how significant of a book this is. And it's the story of a young man who's taken hostage there. All my sons read this and absolutely loved this. So we may have had the mention of the Battle of Adrianople as a side note in a Western Civ textbook, but in a situation like this, you're going to do a deep dive. This is an extremely powerful book about the arrangement of the Roman Republic, and with the significance of a republic, as we alluded to earlier. Very deep knowing. What else do we? Here's another example of a great book set in ancient Rome, if we're going to keep with that theme. This is about the assassination of Caesar and why that was significant. What we were told in school was to memorize the date that it happened. We never do remember it, but your high schoolers can experience deeply through the eyes of someone that was there. So what about college then? Well, I can report to you personally that when I talked to the colleges my sons wanted to attend, I said, listen, this is how we've done it. We've done just vast amounts of deep and meaningful reading on all these different topics, and this is what I would like to show you. And they said, guess what? We wouldn't change a thing. We wish everybody would do that. My sons were put right into honors college and special different internships and teams. They won top internships in Washington, D.C., honors college, etc. An absolutely outstanding experience. In fact, one of the colleges actually asked to keep the portfolio that we had created in their admissions department so they could show other families what a very rich literature-based education looks like. And they even told me to go home and make more children to send to their college, all being this well read. So when they got into college, the professors had profound feedback. They were accustomed to kids just like memorizing things for the test and just moving on through like a conveyor belt. What they discovered when the reading kids got there is that they interacted deeply with all the content in their classes. They were enthusiastic about the whole process of learning, because remember, we were made to learn, we were made to read, and we were made to think deeply about what we're reading. That's actually what the heart is hungry for. And that's when the brain gets turned on, is when the heart is alerted to something significant. So the professors actually told me that they wanted to cancel the college if my sons weren't there to talk deeply about everything that was going on, because that everybody else could kind of be in a catatonic state without the deep enthusiasm that comes from the joy of reading and discovery. So yes, you can do this in high school. I've done it. Yes, they can get into college. They will actually be promoted to top positions in the college, and the college will be telling you to go home and make more kids for their college as well. So once again, there's a whole pioneering field ahead of you that you're about to discover, and I'm so excited to help you on the journey, however it will look for you and your family. Just wanted to make sure that you can know that this is a profound way to educate. It's not just an add-on. It can be the main thing that you're doing, and you will love it, and your kids will enjoy it. And the conversations that you'll have together in those final years are so rich that they don't ever stop. And I would love for you to enjoy that as well.